information and events, visit RW
Corner Market. Step inside and pick up 3 essential waters for only $7.
Every weekend in July, the Nut. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text ENERGY to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality of spot. Delivered by 7:30.
Your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car...
Melty, or oysters, or some great specials.
The actors union, they're joining the writers union in striking, and there's some serious implications for it. In fact, sort of in a parallel discussion, Bob Iger was on CNBC yesterday and had some really interesting comments about really the future of the television and entertainment content business, and where Disney, Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, where that may be going. And I think that's really informative, both to a general discussion, but also to the conversation around the SAG-AFTRA strike that's taking place now that has really shut down Hollywood, which, you know, I don't know how much Hollywood content you consume, or if you're, you know, a truly devoted WPRO listener and you sit there all day and you don't consume anything other than WPRO, that's fine too. But you new Hollywood content, it's not going anywhere right now. It's at a standstill. So all that on the table, plus much more. Mike Pence had some interesting comments in a forum of sorts yesterday. Tucker Carlson was moderating it, and they got into a little bit of a back and forth on January 6th. And I'm always intrigued by Mike Pence's reaction or thoughts or comments on January 6th. It's hardly anybody else had the front row seat to that madness and was a central player. Remember, hang Mike Pence, and somehow Mike Pence has the constitutional authority to overturn the 2020 presidential election, all that nonsense. So that came up yesterday in a discussion with Tucker Carlson, so we may get to that. And of course, our open forum at 5 o'clock where we can discuss anything that happened this week. That all before the big return of Dan York at 3 o'clock on Monday. So Bill Bartholomew here with you on the Dan York Show. 438-9776, 438-WPRO, Bill at ripodcast.com, and of course, at Bill Bartholomew on Twitter and Instagram. All right, Ken Hopkins, he's the mayor of Cranston. He's been advocating for a transition from the branding of Topgolf, the new Topgolf coming to Cranston, currently now known as Topgolf Rhode Island. It was going to be Topgolf Providence. In fact, the website address is still, if you go to Topgolf's website, you'll still see it's Topgolf Providence. They'll fix all that up. They'll get their IT people on it. They'll make that all work out together. So everybody wins. Is this a good thing, or is this just make the state of Rhode Island look foolish that we are this petty, that we're going to fight over names, we're going to trivialize things? What's your take on that at 438-9776, 438-WPRO? Here's Hopkins in a press conference addressing this matter just a few short hours ago.
And as you've seen based on the conversation over the last couple of days, that the people of Cranston are very excited and very proud to have a venue like Topgolf to come into our city. We're delighted to share that Topgolf has agreed to designate their new home in Cranston as Topgolf Rhode Island, TGRI. Welcome to Topgolf Rhode Island, and they are not going to use the Topgolf Providence logo that we had been basically calling on them and asking them not to do that. Again, this is no slight on the city of Providence. Mayor Smiley has been a good friend of mine since his administration took over. We've worked very hard with him as neighbors to make sure that everything worked out for both of us. And again, this is no slight on Mayor Smiley. He's a good friend of mine. I am greatly appreciated for the cooperation from the Topgolf executives. I got a call yesterday afternoon. It was a three-way conference with Kelly Coach from Capianatos and Matt Smith, the corporate executive representing Topgolf. They listened to my cry about naming rights, and again, I'm proud of my city. I wanted to respect the people that live in this city. We've put up with an awful lot for the last 18 months in terms of traffic, construction, noise, dirt, and I felt it was my position as the leader of the city to fight for our city, and we welcome Topgolf. We are so glad, and I think this isn't only just a boon for our city. Naming it Topgolf Rhode Island is a boon for the state of Rhode Island, and I'm sure the governor is very pleased that that's happening as well. Like I said earlier, this is the greatest venue for sports and family entertainment since Rocky Point closed. There is no Top Golf anywhere in the area between here and New Jersey, and we're so happy that they decided to build it here in Cranston. We're on the same page with the Top Golf corporate executive, and I met with him and talked to him yesterday, and we're looking forward to our opening hopefully next month.
TGRI, I'll tell you what, TGIF, because this story needs to go away. This is just so embarrassing on so many levels. But again, I say that. At the same time, I have empathy for the mayor, and I support his standing up for his city, and that's his job, too, to fight for his city. It's like, I kind of really do see both sides. I just wonder if other people see this on the outside. You know, you got this Matt Smith, who he referenced there, Hopkins referenced that press conference, that is the senior director of real estate at Topgolf down in Texas. And, you know, he's been there, according to his LinkedIn, for 6 years. You got to wonder, you know, people like this, I mean, the eye rolls that must take place, you know, when they think of this guy now, or they think of Rhode Island. I mean, it's just got to be like, oh my God, I mean, please. And the idea that this is going to be the greatest family entertainment venue since Rocky Point, I mean, is it? I don't know. Maybe you've been to a Topgolf. I've never been there. I look on their website and I see a bunch of seemingly happy actors that have been, you know, guys who have been paid for photo shoots and girls who have been paid for photo shoots. They do a great job of looking happy, but it looks like you just go and smack golf balls and have drinks and, I don't know, eat fried food. Sounds like Dave and Buster's with golf clubs to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be the greatest thing ever. It'll save Rhode Island. I mean, forget about the Paw Sox. Who needs soccer, right? FCRI, no, thank you. We have TGRI. This may be the future right here, folks. 438-9776, 438-WPRO. Is this ridiculous, or is this good job by Ken Hopkins of advocating for a city? Yeah, I truly don't know. I think that I say it should go away, but at the same time, maybe it's an interesting case study. And he mentions the governor. The governor's pleased about this. Is the governor monitoring this? Is this being monitored in the State House? Do they have a situation room set up in the basement of the State House right now, where somebody's literally, you know, on an hour-by-hour basis getting updates on this, getting debriefed? It's just the type of foolishness that, you know, you wonder if it just makes us look silly. I don't know. Maybe you have a thought. 322. When we come back, your thoughts on that. Plus, hey, let's take a look at the latest in shoreline access. Why not? It's Bill B. in for York.
The Dan York Show. WPRO. The voice of Southern New England is never more than a click away on the TuneIn app.
Looking for your next job? Express can help. Express Employment Professionals has put more than 10 million people to work in the last 40 years in all types of industries. With competitive pay and no fee to help you find a job, what are you waiting for? Visit expresspros.com today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right.
Just text us this keyword.
Music. That's music. M-U-S-I-C.
Text that keyword to 833-973-0969. One random texter gets free tickets from Hot 96.9.
From Westport, and I love my cat country.
You've been doing that 9 to 5 80 show.
Scott Stevens got some big #1 hits this weekend.
Feeling
slump, you follow a predetermined set of routines in slow motion with listless energy and joyless precision. Doug and Scarpetti on 94 HJY.
The hot sound of a Boston summer. Hot 96.9.
Here's your WPRO traffic.
95 south from the S-curves to Thurber's Ave, going to take you about 10 minutes. 146 south is sluggish from Branch Ave to 95. 610 connector inbound between Plainfield Street and 95 is stop and go. 195 west is a bit heavy from Broadway to Gano Street. And 95 north from Thurber's to Lonsdale Ave, going to take you about 20 minutes. I'm John Laurenti with your Right Now traffic.
Roman Jewelers wants you to bring in all your gold and silver and will pay you cash. Stop in today at Roman Jewelers, 1000 Reservoir Avenue, Cranston. RomanJewelersRI.com.
When you see a roach over there, you want it gone.
Ew.
Fast. Stem's Bug Killer Trigger is powered by active ingredients found in plants and kills roaches faster than Zevo's Bug Killer Trigger based on lab testing on the most common U.S. cockroach species. Stem. Rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Listen up, homeowners. Are you looking for a roofing, siding, or window company you can trust? One that lives up to their word and delivers beautiful work with no headaches? Well, as I said for years, look no further than Marshall Building and Remodeling.
You know, folks, finding an honest roofing, siding, and window company that does things right is like buying a lottery ticket. You may get lucky, but you usually don't. And unfortunately, that's the home improvement business. If you hate wasting your time and want no gimmicks like buy two, get one free, or get 40% off, call Marshall. You get honest information, which is almost priceless today. Bottom line, if you do business with Marshall, we won't let you down.
I couldn't have said it better, Tom, and I know firsthand by the work you guys have done for my parents, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, you guys do it right. So homeowners, if you want your work done right at a fair price, call Marshall Building and Remodeling today. Call 800-866-1499. That's 800-866-1499. Tell them, Tom.
We're your local roofing, siding, and window people.
Ad paid for by the tax resolvers. COVID-19 was tough on businesses. If you experienced a negative impact to your business during the pandemic, then you need to pay attention. There are some new powerful incentives that have been created specifically for businesses impacted by COVID-19. One such program is the Employee Retention Credit. Its tax incentive could bring you some serious cash back to your business. Even if you received a PPP loan in 2020 or 2021, you were still permitted to receive this credit. There are many ways to be eligible, and taking advantage of this tax credit doesn't need to be complicated. We made it easy for you by doing the legwork to maximize the amount of your refund due. Call us today at 800-611-7075, and we'll set your business up to take full advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit. That's 800-611-7075. Again, 800-611-7075. We'll get the ball rolling on getting you and your business some much-needed relief, but time is limited to file a claim. So call 800-611-7075.
Saturday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $875 million. Make sure to end Power Play to increase non-jackpot prizes up to $2 million. Please play responsibly.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter.
Many are easy to break into, which you may not know. Others are way overpriced, ugly, and hard to access. What good is a gun safe if you can't access it? That's why you need a safe by Rhino Metals. They're the best by far. They have a wide range of the best performing, best looking gun safes that meets every need, every budget. And right now, Rhino Safes is having a massive, huge promotion offering in-store rebates up to $800 and free curbside delivery for online orders. These are the best safes on the market. I love mine. Linda loves hers. You're going to love yours. So don't miss your chance at huge savings for the best way to protect your firearm valuables. A Rhino metal safe is backed by the industry's best warranty. They have the best customer service. Veteran-owned company since 1995. Go to their website, one word, rhinosafe.com. Find the dealer near you. Rhino, spelled like the animal, R-H-I-N-O-S-A-F-E. One word, rhinosafe.com, and you won't regret it. By the way, contrary to Secret Service claims, a new report says fingerprints weren't found on the house cocaine bag. Officials at the White House who brought cocaine into the White House have confirmed that finding via a fingerprint analysis, according to a report which contradicts all of this. A security source told Soldier of Fortune magazine, "We know who handled it. We've known since last week." Now, this is what my sources told me. I was told it was a Biden family member. That's what I was told. I have no way to fact check that, but that's what a source. I was not able to get a second source, which would give me the ability to report on it. But anyway, they're saying two sources disclosed the name of the person who is believed to have handled the cocaine, but the magazine's withholding the name pending official confirmation. So I want to know if this is true or not true. Christopher Wray needs to get his ass back into Capitol Hill and answer these questions. Never heard of an investigation into cocaine being in the White House. Oh, we'll stop after 10 days. Especially knowing it could have been anthrax or fentanyl-laced cocaine. Anyway, so that conflicted with the statement put out by the Secret Service on Thursday, claiming the FBI did not develop latent fingerprints and that insufficient DNA was present. Now, do I know that to be true? No, but I'm only reporting what they're reporting, and we're going to continue to follow the story and look at every lead. So I make a distinction between when I give you a fact and give you what's being reported by other people. Anyway, the House has voted now to block taxpayer funding for military abortions and transgender surgeries. Why would the taxpayers have to pay for this? Why? You know, if Planned Parenthood, they get all this money, a big part of their business is abortion, and yet they won't buy ultrasound machines for our partners at freeborn.com. I bought two personally for them because they use the science of ultrasound to save lives. It's a great ministry. They're doing great work. On the foreign policy front, I get so angry when I read stuff like this. You know, John Kerry, I mean, I just can't actually even believe that this is him. You know, John Kerry won't call President Xi a dictator. Why not? What's the hesitation on that issue? I'd like to know. Because you shouldn't have any hesitation. Biden wants to lift Defense Department restrictions on China. Why? Because is anyone going to stop the sale of thousands and thousands of acres of our ranch land, our farmland, and land near our military installation to Chinese nationals? Would any of us be able to go to China and buy land, farmland in China? Or buy ranch land in China, assuming they have it? I'm pretty sure they do. Would we be able to buy any land near their military installation? I don't think so. By the way, another report in the Washington Free Beacon, speaking of China, another sign that tens of millions of dollars that Joe Biden and the Biden family syndicate accepted from hostile foreign powers. And this is unbelievable to me. You know, that I believe is left handed. How do you
Even at the end of my subscription days with the Projo, there was a point where I think he was the only reason why I was still getting my subscription. His Saturday column, for what it's worth, was just fantastic.
Yeah, that's too bad. What happened? What was the cost? Do you know?
He was 78 years old, so I think it just was a matter of time. He was a great writer outside of the Journal, too. If you want to pick up his books, he wrote a great one about Chris Herron, the basketball player from Fall River, also one about Bob Cousy. Really smart, funny, intelligent sports writer. He's
it's always funny, like when you grow up with someone, you know, you don't realize how old they are.
Yeah.
They're always like the age they sort of were when you first became interested in them, because I guess you have to start thinking about how old you are when you realize that someone you kind of grew up reading was almost 80, you know. But yeah, so a big loss again, big part of the Providence Journal in Providence for like you said, over 40 years.
This is pretty cool too. You know, he didn't retire until a couple of years ago. He was 74, and they asked him, "Why are you all retiring now? What took so long?" And he's like, "Why would I retire? This is the best job you could possibly have. I get paid to go to games, to go to sporting events. What's better than that?"
94 HJY.
Introducing the all-new reinvented Tempur-Pedic at Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses.
This
Hold on, coast to coast shows. He's known as the Globe Trotter. Lonely Road
Hi, this is Robin from Fairhaven, and I love my cat country.
You say, what if I hurt you? What if I leave you? What if I find somebody else and I don't need you? What if this goes south? What if I messed you up? You say, what if I break your heart in two, then what? Well, I feel you, girl, but not so fast. Will you make your mind up? I gotta ask. What if I was made for you and you were made for me? What if this is it? What if it's meant to be? What if I ain't one of them fools just playing some game? What if I just pull you close? What if I lean in and the stars line up and it's our last fight? What if one of these days, baby, I gonna change your mind?
I understand any labor organization's desire to work on the behalf of its members to get the most compensation, to be compensated fairly based on the value that they deliver. There's a level of expectation that they have that is just.
Free workday wrap up. The last hour of the work week is commercial free.
Europe does their part unless and until Joe Biden allows our European allies to fight to win the war. Our contribution should be nothing. It should be nothing at this point. By the way, in Massachusetts, their sanctuary state policy there is now swamping Boston hospitals with illegal immigrants. Daily Caller, Boston Hospital became overwhelmed by a surge in illegal immigrants seeking shelter, leading it to change their policy, allowing them to stay overnight in the emergency room. This is happening all over the country. Every state now is being impacted by this unfunded mandate. By the end of this, 7.5 and 8 million this country are not enforcing our laws by big he wants to enforce. And he's gotten away with it. Not only has he not enforced the laws, he's breaking. New York judges just gave Democrats another crack at gerrymandering the franchise as many Republicans as possible. What a shock. Unbelievable. A new poll, nearly 3-1, Americans believe I want to know who the FBI whistleblower saying that a top Bureau official told them not to answer questions about January 6th. Murray Pickett.
Tucket Ave to Gano Street.
Visit us at 428 Pleasant Street, Fall River, Mass. or at EmpireHyundai.com. And remember, if you bought your vehicle elsewhere, you paid thousands too much.
Providence Auto Body is certified by more manufacturers than any other collision center in Rhode Island and is a Honda Acura Pro First Collision Repair Facility. Choose Providence Auto Body. Tested, trusted, always recommended.
What's the Dupuis guarantee? It's protecting you from scenes like this.
Excuse me,
Aren't you Mr. Big Oil, as in big oil?
Maybe.
Even with the mask and the glasses and the hat in the produce section, I recognize you.
I could be my twin.
You, sir, are the Chief Deception Officer of Mega Oil, the company that delivered heating oil I didn't order.
Oh, look at that broccoli.
And then made me pay for that oil.
And those bananas.
How do you get away with that? Because in this state, you're gonna run into your customers at the grocery store.
When we run into our customers, it's a friendly hello. We're Dupuy Oil, the oldest family-owned oil company in the state. After more than 120 years, we know that over and above is the only way to care for our customers. For propane, heating and AC, natural gas, and whole house generators, Dupuy delivers. We're forward-thinking, old-fashioned, and our reputation is everything to us.
See you around, Mr. Big Oil.
Grocery delivery might be a better idea.
Together with our customers, Ocean State Job Lot will help thousands of children in need prepare for the upcoming school year through our Buy, Give, Get program. Here's how you can help. Visit your local Ocean State Job Lot, buy a backpack for $15. Give it back to the cashier and you'll get a $15 crazy deal gift card for free. There's no cost to you, and a child in need will receive a brand new backpack. Thank you for partnering with Ocean State Job Lot to help kids in need get ready for a new school year.
Friday's estimated Mega Millions jackpot is $560 million. Get your tickets today and add Megaplier to increase your non-jackpot prize up to $5 million. Megaplier Mega Millions from your Rhode Island Lottery. Please play responsibly.
This Saturday and Sunday only at Old Navy. Get $15 jeans for adults and kids jeans for just $12. That's right. Grab adult jeans for just $15 this Saturday and Sunday only at Old Navy. Valid 7/15 and 16. Select styles only.
When your vehicle needs auto service you can trust, bring it to Rob's Transmissions and Automotive Repair in Warwick. They do it all. Oil changes, brakes, radiators, transmissions, steering and suspension systems, tires, tune-ups, and more. Find them at robstransmissions.com.
At Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, we're a full-service facility, fluent in service and speed. Visit SpeedyNewEngland.com to take $30 off air conditioning service. See store for details, restrictions, and exclusions.
94 WHJY. Online at 94HJY.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeartRadio station.
Hey guys, it's Jen, and buying a new home is so exciting, but it's the biggest purchase of your life, so make sure that you protect it. Amica understands that insurance is more than just coverage. It's about genuine care and empathy for their customers. That's why 98% of Amica's customers stay with them year after year. And they were just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes. Check out Amica.
Ever wonder why your business doesn't show up on a...
Great news. When you shop at Thompson Marketplace,
The crack get in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True to life players. Jump in the river and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GF3. I got the off by the trees. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the honeys, getting money, playing fellas like dummies. You gotta cut up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these fellas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things to make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gon' be here for a while. I'm gonna call my crew. You gon' call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave, throw the keys to little C's. Pull the truck up front and roll up the next one so we can sleep on the way to the telly. Gon' fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi. Smoke L's while you do it. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the honeys, getting money, playing fellas like dummies. You gotta cut up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby.
How you living, Biggie Smalls?
Imagine in Benzes, giving ends to my friends, and it feels stupendous. Tremendous cream, hit $1 and a dream. Still tote cat strapped with infrared beams. Chopping O's, smoking line optimals. Money, stores, and clothes, all the brother knows. A foolish pleasure, whatever. I had to find the very treasure. So grams I had to measure. However, living better now. Gucci sweater now. Drop top BMs, I'm the man, girlfriend.
Honey, check it. Tell your friends to get with my friends. We could be friends. We can do this every weekend. That's right. Alright? Is that alright with you? Yeah. Keep banging.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the homies getting money, playing fellas like dummies. You gotta come up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby. Check it out. Yeah. Love Daddy, Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia. Represent, baby.
I saw Snoop Dogg a few years ago, and that second-hand high was stupid in that building. It's gonna be like that once again. You can win your Snoop tickets at 420 on High.
Fruit boosted iced Red Bull. Nothing to
the profits over the years is definitely broken, and we have to call.
Check out Hannity.com today. Get their free investment.
It's your chance to win $1,000.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on B101.com. Green. That's green. Enter it now.
B101.com.
Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve. Go to afreserve.com for more information.
Rhode Island's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. WHJJ, Providence, an iHeartRadio station.
I'm Justin Posby at News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Here's what's happening. 3 men are facing various drug charges for operating a narcotics distribution network in Rhode Island. Police say they executed search warrants on 4 homes and found approximately 483 grams of cocaine, 173 grams of crack cocaine, 337 grams of fentanyl, drug paraphernalia, and cash. Officials say the men used a stash house and were operating with suppliers and runners to distribute drugs across the state. Jeffrey Woodrops of Woonsocket, Joshua Wilcox of Providence, Omar Santana of East Providence were all being held without bail at the ACI. And the Topgolf location in Cranston has finally rebranded. Officials say the venue was branded as Topgolf Providence, but it's located on Sakanasa Cross Road in Cranston. The website revealed its new name as Topgolf Rhode Island. Officials say Mayor Ken Hopkins was willing to compromise on the name after he wanted the city's name to be in the official title. Topgolf Rhode Island is expected to open in the fall. In sports, the Red Sox return from the All-Star break tonight. Boston's hoping to extend its winning streak to 6 games when they visit the Chicago Cubs for the start of a 3-game series at Wrigley Field. Get News 24/7 on demand at newsradiori.com.
A suspected serial killer caught. I'm Tom Graham, Fox News. Neighbors on New York's Long Island reacting after an arrest following the murders of several young women.
Everything is safe. Everything is good. This was totally a shock.
Shocked, surprised, crazy that it happens in where you live now. The accused mass killer described as a 59-year-old architect, Rex Hiraman. Fox's Lauren Green has more.
Witnesses say a swarm of police vehicles surrounded a home in Massapequa Park on New York's Long Island. They took a suspect into custody in connection with the murders of 4 women, but could be linked to as many as 10 killings. It began in 2010 with the search for a missing woman, her name 23-year-old Shannon Gilbert. During the search, police discovered the bodies of 4 other women: 24-year-old Melissa Bartholomew, 25-year-old Maureen Brainerd Barnes, 22-year-old Megan Waterman, and 27-year-old Amber Lynn Costello. All reportedly worked as Craigslist escorts.
The killings portrayed in the 2020 Netflix documentary Lost Girls. It's a Hollywood hiatus. Actors and writers hitting the picket lines. They're demanding better contracts and protections against artificial intelligence. Fox's Kelly O'Grady.
They want to make sure that in their contract are voiceover actors, writers, they are not able to be replaced by AI. I was able to talk to Fran Drescher. She's the SAG-AFTRA president. She told me how important AI is to this contract negotiation.
It's critically important. It's, if we don't throw a saddle on this wild horse and pull in the reins right here and now, everybody's livelihoods are going to be threatened, not just ours. That's why the eyes of America and workers around the world are watching.
No surprise there why the Mission Impossible movie has AI as the villain.
Production essentially shut down. America's listening to Fox News.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now at newsradiori.com.
Now, here's your Storm Team 10 forecast.
Hazy, warm, and humid tonight with some fog, scattered rain showers, and thunderstorms late night through overnight, lows low 70s. Some of them could have heavy downpours. Morning fog Saturday, hazy sun, warm and humid, isolated thunderstorm, 80 to 85. Hazy, warm, humid, fog, sunrise rain shower, thunderstorm late Saturday night through Sunday morning, 70 to 74. Sunday itself, hazy, warm, humid, scattered flash flooding possible with any thunderstorms, highs low 80s. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist RJ Heim on News Radio 920 at 104.7 FM.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Traffic.
Traffic delays at 95 north after Smithfield Avenue. Traffic backed up to 195. 95 south slow after Smithfield Avenue down towards Atwells Avenue. 146 back to Branch Avenue. 610 back to Dean Street. 195 westbound, you're slow as you approach Broadway up towards the Washington Bridge. Eastbound slow near Broadway as well. 295 south on your brakes just a bit as you approach Route 6 northbound slow near Route 37. The ABC 6 Traffic Center, I'm Jim Stearns.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices. For families in poverty, they're facing malnutrition and even death. You can feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just text the word radio to 97646.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, the real estate market is constantly changing. Now, here to give us more insight into this is my friend Nathan Clark at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And I know certain programs make it a lot easier for the seller. Which ones do you offer?
Right now, what's working best to get the most amount of money in our seller's pocket is our zero seller commission program. The commission is usually the highest expense a seller has, and we're able to pass that expense on to the buyers due to the current lack of inventory in the market, and the buyer's willing to pay it on behalf of the seller.
And what kind of return can you expect from them?
With our zero seller commission program, our sellers are netting 5 to 10% more money in their pockets than selling the traditional way of paying the agent out of their proceeds.
All right, great insight, and thank you for this update.
Don't trust your home to just anyone. I've done the homework. Talk to the agent that I trust for the best advice. Call Nathan today, 401-232-7661, online at nathanclarkteam.com. That's nathanclarkteam.com.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular, when freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code FREEMONTH. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Well, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jetliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin yang, come along.
And we're working in lockstep to tackle the climate crisis. And in order to literally preserve our planet, it's the only existential threat humanity faces.
The survey last fall, 4 out of 5 Americans said they believe there's a two-tiered system of justice in America today. They said that because there is.
And then at the end of the day, you won't criticize an obvious shakedown when it's directly in front of us, and it appears as though you're whitewashing the conduct of corrupt people.
Freedom is back in style. Welcome to the revolution.
Yeah, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song.
The new Sean Hannity Show. More behind-the-scenes information on breaking news and more bold, inspired solutions for America.
And our 2 Sean Hannity Show, toll free. It is 800-941-SEAN on number if you want to be a part of the program this Friday. So Governor Kristi Noem, last time we had her on the program, she talked about her work efforts to entice workers to the state of South Dakota, and she came out with a number of ads. I'm going to play 2 of them for you here. One, Governor Noem as a plumber promoting the nationwide workforce recruitment, and 2, as a dentist, again doing the same. Both ads, if you haven't seen them, are very well done and very funny, but let me play them for you.
South Dakota's hiring. As the first state to bounce back from the pandemic, we've got one of the nation's strongest economies and more jobs than we can fill. That's why I'm pitching in. The average starting salary for an apprentice is $77,000 a year without paying a penny in personal state income tax. Plus, we honor apprenticeships from other states. Hey, aren't you Governor Noem? Yes, and I'm a lousy plumber.
South Dakota, freedom works here.
We stayed open for business during the pandemic, and now businesses are growing so fast, our workforce can't keep up. That's why I'm lending a hand. We have 25,000 open positions. Here in South Dakota, you'll never pay a penny in personal state income tax. And We accept most out-of-state professional licenses.
Wait, aren't you Governor No?
Yes, I am. It's my first day.
South Dakota. Freedom works here.
All right, joining us now, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is with us. Governor, how are you? Great to have you back.
No, I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me, Sean.
So I was kind of blown away the last time you were on the program, because when you started talking about apprenticeship programs and apprentices get $80,000 a year. Now, at one point in my life, I was a